Hey, what's up guys, Josh here. So in this video, I'm going to present you with a list of the best gaming laptops as well as office laptops for professional work that you can buy around 50,000 rupees in India. Right? So before we begin, let me introduce you with the criteria that we're going to look for in these laptops in the online marketplace. So firstly, as for the office laptops, we're going to look for Intel Core i5 12th generation, 8GB of RAM, 512GB of SSD, 14-inch or 15.6-inch display, 8 plus hours of battery life, and a webcam of course. And for the gaming laptop, we are going to look for i5 12th generation again, Ryzen 5 5600Hz or Ryzen 5 5500Hz, 8GB of RAM or 16GB of RAM, 512GB SSD again, a 15.6-inch display, and 6 plus hours of battery life, and an RTX 2050 graphics card. Firstly, let's look at the list of office laptops in this list, and then we'll move on to the gaming laptops. And if you ask what's the difference between these two, well, the difference is obvious, right? It's the fact that the office laptops are more portable and therefore they offer more battery life due to the lack of a graphics card inside them. And on the other hand, gaming laptops, they suck more juice from the laptop's battery as their application is concentrated towards heavy performance. Anyway, let's look at the best office laptops that you can get for under or around 50,000. So firstly, we have the HP 15S, which offers the Core i5 1235U, a 15.6-inch display, 16GB of RAM, 512GB of SSD, and an Intel UHD integrated graphics card. So when it comes to this laptop, the specifications that it offers are like too good for this price range. But personally, I'm not a big fan of its design, and that's a personal opinion. But for what it offers, this one is definitely a go-to laptop for around 50,000 rupees. Anyway, with that being said, let's move on to the next laptop on the list, which is the MSI Modern 40. So this laptop comes with the i5 1255U, 14-inch display, 16GB of RAM, and 512GB of SSD with the Intel Iris Xe graphics card, and it is available for around 52,000 rupees in India. And this laptop comes with a backlit keyboard, which is not something that the HP 15 has had. Next up, we have a laptop from Asus, and this is the Asus VivoBook 15, which comes with an Intel Core i5 12th generation processor, 12500Hz, 15.6-inch display, 16GB of RAM, 512GB of SSD. And one of the features that they include with this laptop is the 180-degree rotating screen. And moving on, we have another laptop on this list, and this is the Asus VivoBook 16X. It comes with a 16-inch display in the ratio of 16:10, a Ryzen 5 5600Hz, 8GB of RAM, 512GB of SSD, and integrated graphics card. And as for the design, it almost looks similar to the previous VivoBook and it costs 7,000 rupees lesser, which makes it a better choice for those who are looking for a bigger screen real estate. Moving on to the next laptop, we have the Dell Inspiron 3520, which comes with the Intel Core i5 12th generation processor, and 8GB of RAM, 512GB of SSD, 15.6-inch 120Hz display, which makes it the only 120Hz display laptop in our list. So anyway, these are the best office laptops that you can buy for around 50,000 rupees in India. I might have missed some, but anyway, this is my list of laptops. If you are to buy a laptop for 50,000 rupees for my office use, then I would choose one from here. So that being said, let's move on to the next category, which is the gaming segment. So as for the gaming laptops for around 50,000 rupees in India, we have the Acer Aspire 5, which boasts an i5 12th generation processor with 16GB of RAM, 512GB SSD, and an RTX 2050. This is one great laptop for this price range. So if you had to buy a laptop for 50,000 rupees, then you can definitely consider this one. But the only catch with this laptop is that it does not have a higher refresh rate. Anyways, if you want a higher refresh rate and probably a better design, then we have the Asus TUF F15, which comes with an i5 11th generation processor here, 16GB of RAM, and the same specifications as before, like RTX 2050, and this one sells for around 53,000 rupees in India. If you want a higher refresh rate and a design with the compromise of a slightly lesser CPU performance, then this is the go-to one. But I would consider checking the online reviews for thermals and how it performs in real life. Moving on, the next one is the HP Victus gaming laptop. It comes with Ryzen 5 5600Hz and AMD Radeon RX 6500M, which is an equally performing graphics card to the RTX 2050, 8GB of RAM, 512GB of SSD, and a backlit keyboard, and it sells for 50,000 rupees. The last laptop on the list is the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3. It comes with a Ryzen 5 5500Hz, a 15.6-inch display, 144Hz refresh rate, Windows 11, RTX 2050, and a 512GB of SSD. This laptop sells for under 50,000 rupees. Now in hindsight, if you definitely need that 144Hz smooth refresh rate display, then you better go for the Asus TUF F15 or the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3. But otherwise, you can choose between the Acer Aspire 5 and the HP Victus gaming laptop, which are also equally good laptops. The links for all the laptops are given below in the description. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.